1 week later for you, 10 minutes later for us. Welcome to week 2 of Fuzz Friday. I'm Chris. We got Chuck. We got Dave. We got Bass Fuzz, and we've got basses. So today, as you can see via camera 2, we are checking out the Degrade Bass Fuzz from Dirty Haggard Audio. I have never heard this pedal. Chuck, you have, right?
Yes.
Dave, you
I have not.
have not.
I'm excited.
I am too. It looks awesome.
I
The
just
logos
heard
are
about
cool.
this pedal for the first time yesterday.
I've only heard one Dirty Haggard pedal, and I loved
The
it.
Arachnid
so I
was
am
great.
excited to check it out. So as per usual, I am representing the active basses. Warwick Adam Clayton rock bass with an EMG PAX, again powered by a 9-volt battery. Chuck, what are you rocking?
Oh, I don't know if it needs an introduction. It's the Grabber G3, the only Gibson that I truly love.
Yeah, buddy.
It sounds like God himself.
Oh my God,
I love that bass.
It is amazing. Every time I've gotten to use this bass, I lose track of what the point of the damn video is, like more than normal. And just because I have so much fun, because this bass just sounds, I love it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. All three, the Bill Lawrence pickups, amazing.
Yeah.
I am sticking with the short scale crew. I am playing my Ernie Ball Music Man Stingray short scale in, just got the regular, it's passive. These are all passive, except I think they make one active version. But most of the Ernie Ball Stingray short scales are passive. So it's got a standard Stingray humbucker. It's got volume tone. It's got a boost. And then it's got a three-way switch for parallel series and coil split. Yeah. And that's what I'm rocking today.
I want it.
Well, you can't have it.
Oh, we'll talk later.
Just like last week, we're running through the same Kemper, same profile. It's our profile of the SVT CL flat and a Goliath 410 with an Audix D6. Here is the clean tone. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Oh my God.
I think we totally overdrove.
I think you blew your monitors.
Oh, really?
It sounds flappy now.
I think that's just the pedal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it is a pedal.
Okay.
For,
It just
for,
does
that.
for
is
the Degrade part.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
How do
remember we
I-
were talking about that whole breaking up tone?
Yes, this is it.
You're
All
going
right.
to see. Like
How
this.
do we turn it down? There's no volume.
There's no volume?
Clean?
No, you have your clean filter and you can adjust it in the mix. Your mix is going to be your best part because that is what's blending in that broken tone part of this pedal.
Right,
Oh.
there's no output
Right, so
signal.
if you have it all the way 0 and you don't dime it, as you bring the mix up combined with the clean filter, you start backing off the clean filter and you bring the mix the other way, it starts getting really gnarly, like you heard. And then it gets even crazier because you have the gain knob and the tone knob that you can mix in with those other two. So if you're looking for like apocalypse style bass tones, this thing can do that. Yeah, it's really gnarly.
Can you do really gnarly at a lower volume?
I don't know.
It doesn't look
that
like
was
it.
the thing that really drew me to the Arachnid is they don't bother with bullshit like volume, and clean blends and all that. They're like, this is what it does. Use it and destroy.
Yeah,
And
it's
I love that.
All right. We are totally like clipping.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Should I go turn that down?
Clipping the Kemper?
No, the interface.
Okay.
You might want to.
I might want to turn that down a little.
I did
Chris
tell
goes-
you that
does
though,
this.
Chris, that this pedal is like, whoa.
Yeah, it is whoa.
Because when I plugged it in through my house through my 212, that shit like it was enough to where my dog started barking. My wife's like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, nothing. Apparently, it's the end of times. I just turned the pedal on. It was low, but even at the controlled
So
volume
you're saying
with
they
my
named this pedal wrong?
oh my god, dude.
That sounds like a fuzz and a distortion at the same time.
Okay, we're good level-wise. That sounds awesome. Holy shit, that's just everything's pretty much straight up.
So that's at 12.
Yeah. All right, let's hear the G3.
That's deeper. That's,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You hear that? You hear the breaking?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. almost unaffected.
Right.
All fuzz.
You hear the breakiness of that though?
Yeah. There's a little troll inside hitting your signal with a hammer.
You know what this kind of reminds me of a little bit is the Waveformer Destroyer.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with it.
It's the one that's got
that-
no knobs. It's got just the 4-foot switches.
Oh,
Was that
okay.
WMD? Did they make that?
Yeah, it's Death by Audio.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
All right, so it kind of doesn't matter where you put the knobs. It's always going to have like the cool broken type of thing to it.
That's cool.
That's that Degrade part.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the signal eventually
Why
like breaks.
It's not just a clever name.
No.
I'm having trouble hearing what the clean filter does, but maybe that's just because of where I am in relation to the monitor.
I mean, combined with that bass, because that bass has so much.
It's slightly unfair.
So the G3, if anybody out there in YouTube land doesn't know, it's got 3 Bill Lawrence blade pickups, and it's a 34.5-inch scale.
Oh, it's and a half?
Yep.
I didn't even know that.
So really, it's
Yeah.
your bass.
I know.
And
Not anymore.
and yeah, it's in the buck-and-a-half configuration with all 3 pickups on. It's just the voice of God, and being maple, it's got all that sustain, and it's got all that brightness underneath it.
It's a rad bass. I
Yeah,
love it.
super rad. Yeah.
So it seems like the tone knob is a little more subtle than last week's Big Muff.
Okay.
Like, it's still noticeable, obviously. Like, super
But
bright,
it's not totally
super dark.
tilt EQing.
Yeah.
All right.
So whether that's more usable or yet less usable.
Get a
My
look at that.
God.
The cool ferrule around the LED as a reflector. That's kind of a neat look.
Yeah.
Okay, not a part of it real quick, but just the sustain too.
Oh, okay. It doesn't even have a
It's not
sustain knob.
It doesn't have a sustain knob, right?
Right.
I mean, the muff is just a gain knob called sustain.
Yeah.
But the gain's like below 12.
It's right at 12.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So this is with the.
Oh, see the breakup there?
Okay.
As the signal diminishes, you get that
Yeah.
breakup again, which
So
is cool.
So the breakup sounds like it's obviously coming from a noise gate. Right?
Probably.
It's a gated fuzz. It's just not heavily gated where it's all pinchy sounding like
Yeah.
a woolly mammoth or something.
Right. It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't cut the signal completely. It lets it kind of fade.
Right.
And still hits like.
This
A little
sounds
bit.
to me. This sounds almost like a more raw version of the Carcosa, the DoD Carcosa.
I can see. It's been a little while
It
since I
has
checked that out.
been a hot minute.
I want to say also another like wonderful thing about Dirty Haggard Audio and this pedal and all that is they're super incredibly priced. Like
Yeah, they're
very,
inexpensive,
very fair.
right?
Like their Arachnid I think was $80.
Yeah.
$85. I think this is just a little north of 100.
Okay.
Still, that's awesome.
But
That
you know,
is- that's
it's a
awesome.
quality chassis. It's built really well. It's got that acid etched kind of outer hardware frame
Dude,
kind
the,
of look.
the detail on the way they did all the text
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a minimalist kind of approach, but it still
Yeah.
looks really, really awesome.
You could
And,
easily have that on a board with Cog effects, Fairfield audio, Fairfield circuitry, and Mantic effects, and it would look right at
Oh,
home
yeah.
because they got
Oh,
that
yeah.
that nice aluminum
Oh yeah,
case.
for
kind
sure.
of
You're
look.
right. Yep. No, the chassis was the first thing that I noticed with
The
the Arachnid
industrial
pedals.
chassis style is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I dig it.
It's very, very cool.
I'm kind of so far. I don't want to speak too soon, so
Are you drop tuned again?
probably.
Oh my god,
Chris doesn't own any standard tuned basses.
Chris. Yeah. No, we're
drop-
not playing no ABBA here.
The drop Ds were on sale, so that's why I bought
Uh,
them. Okay, that's a rad
You
sound.
better C sharp or you'll B flat.
I almost said that I kind of like the higher notes.
no. Go back to the lower stuff.
It just This pedal will give you the stank face all by itself. Oh.
You get the Maury Povich, you are the father. Like,
without all the people screaming at you.
I told you so! And then there's that one random guy that said he was right all along, like moonwalking. He's missing teeth. Oi!
That's so good.
When a pedal makes you pretend you're British for a minute and you're just like, oi! That's crazy. The low end is still super clear. And through computer monitors.
I want to hear the breakup on this. Yeah.
The life is being choked out of it.
I think that's so cool, though.
I like that a lot.
I mean, it works for a lot of heavy music that is more on the indie, less on the super slickly produced, everything fades out perfectly evenly and everything, you know.
I would love to hear that with a tremolo pedal.
Oh,
I
that
think
would be wacky.
That would sound so cool to me.
Yes. It's almost too deep.
No, I may be dropped.
Yeah,
You maybe
wrong
drop.
tuning.
He maybe drop.
Maybe a little
Sure.
bit. Maybe a little bit of dropping.
Lemmy of a down. Huh? You know it.
Yep. Called it.
System
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
Killmeister.
And, like Lemmy does all those chords and shit a lot too. That this works.
So it's surprising that a broken toaster pedal can do clear chords.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
Boy, they missed out on the name opportunity there, didn't
Dude,
they?
we haven't even really messed with them. Let me just
It's not
do max,
degrading much.
Let me do max gain.
It's very bitey. It's super bitey.
Crunchy.
That's how we keep from being sued.
Yeah. Well, that was intentional.
That was on purpose.
That's a jazz note.
You don't hear playing like that unless you're at NAMM.
Like it's got a really good
Corey
fluid-
guitar sound.
Yeah.
Same. True.
It's got a really cool fluidity.
So
to it.
yeah, so it does the deep, crunchy,
Or
chunky.
The slide. I was like, I love that too. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no. It does the deep, crunchy, chunky. I was gonna say, does it do the sing-songy thing? Remember you were saying
Yeah.
the Muff was like, oh, I can do the singing. And again with the chords, man,
It's polyphonic.
that's good.
That's rad. Because that's the problem with a lot of these pedals too, is that as you bring the gain up, and this is done.
Yeah.
That,
And I think
that
if
whole
we went-
polyphonic possibility is
Well,
out
I mean,
the window.
It
That
turns
don't
into
happen.
ring modulation
Right.
pretty easy.
It gets to where you're just like, it's doing something. This is holding its own really well.
Yeah.
So active, passive, Bucker.
Passive Bucker Shorty. I hardly know her. That's terrible.
I am impressed.
Yeah. It's nasty in a really nice way.
And the cool thing is it being a bass fuzz, there is a fundamental low end consistent no matter where you are on the neck and
Yep.
where you are on the controls. There's always a good
So
low
another
to it.
another
glad
fuzz
you
that
touched
doesn't
on
need
that.
a low blend.
It does not.
I'm super glad you mentioned that because like we talked about that last week too. Where like just because it doesn't say it can be used for bass, it doesn't have the word bass on the pedal, doesn't necessarily mean you can make it. But when you have a well-made pedal that is specifically geared and designed for bass, they make note of all of those things that you find yourself lacking on other pedals that aren't necessarily geared or designed for bass, and they address that. And this pedal, like you have no loss in the low end. Like the ass is still really like big.
Because obviously last week the Big Muff had good low end, but you noticed it starting to go away as the tone went up. But this, it doesn't really matter where you put it. They've put in a consistent low end.
Right, and even the Big Muff still sounded rad on bass, and we're not the first people to ever use it. Obviously, there's been tons of people that have used it.
Right.
But just the difference of it being like a pedal being like specifically for bass, you don't have those things that you would normally notice in a pedal that it wasn't. You know?
Yeah. And thinking about what Chris said in the last episode about the Big Muff, I don't like that kind of fuzz on guitar. I think this, considering what those chords sounded like, I think this one would even sound good on guitar.
Yeah, because, and I'm sure we'll get to this pedal a little bit later on, but I did like the Fat Fuzz Factory on guitar.
Okay.
And this gets into that territory, so I think this would be cool on
I
guitar.
don't think I've ever used that.
Oh, dude,
Fat
we'll
Fuzz
have to
Factory?
do it sometime this
Yeah?
year. It's rad.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool. I love this. And again, for people that are just getting into pedals, or they're getting out of that abusive relationship with the guitarists that say bassists don't need pedals, this
Right.
for
love
call it $100. That's a win. That is a win. This pedal sounds awesome. Passive, still has plenty of bite.
We're at
Active.
minimum gain, tone is at 10 o'clock, mixes favoring the dirty signal. That sounds killer.
Yeah.
And again, maybe it's just because of how we're monitoring, I can't really hear the control, the clean filter. I'm sure when I listen back, I'll be like, oh, there it was. But as of right now, where I'm seated, I can't quite hear this control. So I'm just going to leave it at 12 o'clock.
Did you roll
And
the...
it stops good
Yeah.
because of the gate.
Yep. Have you rolled the tone up higher as you were messing with the mix where it was previously? Keep playing, Dave?
Mix where? Back here?
Yeah, where you had it, and then roll the tone up. Okay, bring the mix. Start bringing it in. Like more of a treble focus.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It emphasizes the toastery,
Yeah,
Definitely, yeah.
that's cool though.
but that still sounds good.
And that's with the gain all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you still got that tone with the tone knob down and the gain down. You're still getting that. That was the gain knob all the way 0.
Okay. Parallel. It's a little.
So clean's at 12, mix is at like 9, and the tone and the gain are at 0.
It's dark now.
It's a lot more subtle. You raise the tone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
My God.
That's killer. I want
I
this.
thought the muff sounded amazing, and then this comes along and just. You want this? I want this.
I want
we all
this.
want this.
You guys can fight for it. We'll film that too. Next week.
With a spoon.
No,
Fight with a spoon. Not
This is
film it
now
with a
you guys maybe you guys have a little more reasoning on when we did the videos for your top 5 on why I picked the Arachnid, because that circuit is just
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And same thing
I like
for
this better than the Arachnid.
the Dirty Haggard audio line of pedals that they make. They all have a very consistent, noticeable tone that kind of separates it from other fuzz pedals that you would maybe put them against. And not only is it very gritty and very like broad as far as its capabilities go for the tone, but it's usable. And that's a problem that I find with a lot of like pedals that are distortion or drive or fuzz is that if you find something that you like when you're playing at your living room or playing at home or whatever, and then you get into a band setting, it's not necessarily as usable as it was when you didn't have other instruments that you had to account for.
Yeah.
This pedal has just enough push and just enough uniqueness to that tone characteristic where it's going to be very noticeable in a mix. And you can still have it be very tasteful and subtle as far as not being overbearing and that's all you hear, but you'll definitely be heard. And I like that a lot.
Oh yeah.
The Degrade part is just a cool bonus, but just as a fuzz on its own, it sounds rad.
It's just super rad.
Yeah, and I know I've mentioned this already, but I can't stress how much I like the fact that yes, the knobs do what they're designed to do, but there's a consistency across all ranges to where the knobs are subtle enough to where it doesn't ever go into outrageously unusable.
Doesn't sound like two different pedals.
Yeah, exactly. Which sometimes is fun, but if you need this to just get down to business, you know, whether you need a brighter or darker tone, it's going to be usably bright or usably dark.
I want it to be crunchy.
Yeah.
Click. That's it.
One thing too that's really nice about this pedal is that, you know, you have that huge tone circuit that it's using, but it's not a lot of real estate as far as a pedal board goes. Like, it's not going to take up a huge chunk of your board if you're running a pedal board. This pedal will sit pretty even keeled with as far as sizes go for getting multiple pedals on the board.
Yeah, it's about the same size as the newer green Electric Mistress from EHX, that kind of square, or like the Key 9, V9, C9.
The what's that called? The XO size.
Yeah, the XO size. It's about, I mean, obviously maybe a couple millimeters off, but more or less square. Little thicker than your normal Phase 90. So yeah, it's not terribly big. I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to hear it again with the G3?
Yes.
Okay.
Answer that is yes.
Okay. Gate is killing me. That's like, it's like, oh, there's that breakup again. I love it.
Yeah. Dave's giving it the crazy eye.
I'm about to gaze at my shoes for a while.
Well, damn, I think we did and said everything there is to do and
I think
say.
we're done. Second Fuzz Friday, we're done. But this one.
See you next week for whatever the next one is. We don't even know.
No, I don't think we need to do anymore. I think we've found it.
Fuzz Friday is
I'm
over.
still, this is the pedal that'll leave you with Maury Povich face. You're just like, it's crazy. This pedal is crazy. Thank you to Dirty Haggard Audio for supporting our Fuzz Fridays. You guys are always rad. We appreciate you guys, and thank you for everybody that watched the video
Portland,
too.
fucking Oregon.
Yes, this is my favorite like sales pitch. I want that to be on everything. Peanut butter, Bibles,
fucking jelly.
pedals. Yeah, jelly too. Bring it on, Portland, fucking Oregon. Love you guys. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.